This right here is my electrical helicopter in Stormworks, and we're going to change it from being electric to being a jet engine powered helicopter right now. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and try and modify this thing to be, jet powered instead. So, let's get straight to it, shall we? So, at the minute, if we have a little look at it, you can see that the top goes into here. It then goes back to here, which has a motor in it, and we're going to be getting rid of that motor right now. If we go backwards from there, it goes to the rear prop, and that's fine. But the thing is, I think I need to make this a little bit taller, and, well, yeah, we just need a propeller in there. A propeller? A jet. We need a jet. So, let's go ahead and cut this. We'll move it up out of the way for now. Paste it up there. And then we'll try and sort out the rest of it real quick as well. Nav lights can probably stay there. What is this for? I can't remember. This is for the parking brake. Get rid of that. Get rid of these guys. Get rid of these. There we go. And that piece as well, including those and those. Alright, go straight to it. Jet engine, yes. We need the small intake. That is going to go right there in the center. Although, actually, this isn't actually the roof here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put that there. We are going to go ahead and delete these guys as we go back, including these. And we're going to try and build the full jet engine right there. So combustion chamber next. Yes. No, actually, no, that's not true. What comes next? What comes next? Compressor. Yes. No, that makes sense. Compressor. Yes. Then we need the combustion chamber, wherever that is. It's been a while since I've actually built anything like this. And then we're going to need a thingamabobby. One of these guys on there like that. Okay, right. So that's our jet engine. That is now going to be the power that we use. And that's sort of fine. Let's delete these guys. And I'm going to have to add a way for fuel to get into this and a way for power to get out of this. Okay, so currently we have this guy. I'm actually going to delete that as we go forwards. There we go. And I'm going to replace it with this. There we go. Okay, from here we're going to go ahead and pipe it straight up if we can, which we totally can. Hopefully that's correct. And then we need to paint all of this in the right colors. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and do this. There we go. Paint all of that. It'll all be decorated afterwards, so we don't have to worry about it too much. But that's fine. Okay. From there, we obviously need to pipe it up. Here we go. We're going to go with probably like gray pipes, I guess. And then we just have to like pipe it straight to it, I suppose. So that goes straight into here. We're going to add this guy onto there. And then this needs to be lowered. Here we go, cut it. So that we can actually put a pipe in the bottom of it. There we go. Alright, awesome. Let's get ourselves an angled pipe, point it backwards, attach all of these guys together. I'm actually going to do those ones like that. And then this one like this. There we go. And that's fine for now. Obviously, I want to cover this and try and make it look nicer, but that's okay for now. What I'm going to do is shove these guys on the sides. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. We're going to have to do a similar thing here. I'll attach this guy directly onto the top of there. We don't need this guy anymore, so we can do this. And then I'm going to try and just attach these guys together. There we go. All right, that works. As for this piece, I might just do this. Yeah. Whether it looks right or not, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and just chuck it on there for now, and that's fine. It still looks pretty weird, but hopefully it works. Alright, as for the top, let's go ahead and just do this all the way forwards to there. I'm going to chuck that guy on there. That looks crazy, actually. I don't like that. Maybe instead we can use like a 1x4 and just chuck it on here. Then we can chuck this guy directly into the center of there like that. Push this guy into there. I think that's fine. It looks kind of ugly, if I'm honest, but it's kind of fine. There we go. Chuck this guy directly into there. Sure. That looks so ugly. Alright, well, we've got it, so that's fine. Fuel goes through here, and I want the fuel to actually go... Oh. I actually really want the fuel to go in the back, so I'm going to delete this and this. We're going to need a hell of a lot less batteries, actually, so delete these guys and those guys. And fill in the floor, there we go. Fill in the side bit right there. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and push this back like so, push this here, do these guys to attach that together, and then I'm going to use normal pipes to send it back through here, which is crazy, but I think that's what we need. So fill in these two. For now, that's fine. We're not going to need these batteries, so we can replace that with something else. If I go to equipment, we should be able to use that. So fire extinguishers, 2 of those. Sure, welders, let's get 2 of those. That's fine. Alright. And then the fuel is going to go back here. Which, I don't know how much fuel to put in this thing. But I might try and use one of the big tanks. I was initially not going to do that. But I think it makes sense. 1 big tank, 2 big tanks, 3. Yeah, okay. So we got 1 big tank and then 2 medium tanks. That's going to be all of our fuel. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this to jet fuel. This to jet fuel, that to jet fuel. That's all good. Okay, I feel like we should be able to actually turn it on now, but I could be wrong. Let me go ahead and put one of these guys here. We're actually just going to do this. And that. I'm going to have to move this guy out of the way first. So cut that, move it across, paste it there, shove one of these guys here, merge this with this, and that's fine. Merge this with this as well. Let's see what it looks like. I don't think that looks terrible. I actually don't think that looks too bad. So we're going to need a button to turn this thing on. Some sort of limiter probably, and then a throttle to make it work. My goodness. Alright, so currently there are no brakes on this thing. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get inside. I have attached a button right here. That is for the jet, and I'm just going to go ahead and set this to like 50%. Hopefully that's fine. Nav lights on, cabin lights on. Spotlights we don't need right now. Let's see how this goes. It should have enough power. I don't have... Oh, that's actually a good point. I don't have a speed, though? And I don't have, the other thing I need. Oh, we also probably need gearboxes. Yeah. Alright, it's struggling at the minute. It's doing weird stuff. And we can't quite get in the air, but if I do this, we have enough power to get in the sky. And we can fly it around. Perfect. But we don't need it to go this fast. Because otherwise that'll happen. Oh boy. Throttle it down. Throttle it down. Uh-oh. Right, we need a limit on there. Alright, so we got something going on here. I can't remember. Oh, this is where the motor was. So what we actually need is, instead of these two, because that is 3 to 1, I'm actually going to go ahead and delete both of these. We're going to chuck that into there. And then up here, we're going to have 1 gearbox. Wait, what is that for? Wait, what? Is that a T-piece? Oh, it is! Alright, okay. So we're going to need a gearbox right here that points like this. And a gearbox right here that points like this. And then they're both going to be 3 to 1. Here we go, 3 to 1 and 3 to 1. And we're going to hope for the best with this. And we're actually going to add another blade. Cool. Well, that looks pretty strange, but let's go ahead and jump in anyway and see what happens. So, landing gear I don't need to press. That's fine. Nav lights, cabin lights. Let's do it. Okay, and you might have noticed it's green now. Yeah, it's green. We are also spinning. I don't currently have brakes on the wheels still, and I think I need them. But let's see what happens. So I've set this max 0.65. Hopefully that's enough. I think it will be. Alright, we are needing to get in the sky. There we go. Excellent. And we're flying it. That's all good. Right, landing gear up. Perfect. And we are actually in the air. Nice. Okay. So, we are going to need a dial for jet fuel. Yes, I'm going to need to add all of those things in the back together. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I need to limit the RPM, because otherwise we're going to have this problem all the time. Alright, so we got fuel right there, about 1,000 liters, and we got RPS right here on this side. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing in the sky again. I don't know what RPM... Oh, I've also set this to 0.4 as our max. I don't know what RPM we need to keep it at, or RPS we need to keep it at. I should use a PID controller, but I'm trying not to. I don't know why. We're also just spinning. That's great. That's great, that's what we want, right? Just spin around. It's not actually what I want. I want to stop spinning, please. Come on, get us in the air. So, I think if we wait long enough, this will actually start going crazy. And we will start to get off the ground. Here we go. I say we'll start to get off the ground, we're struggling, apparently. Alright, there we go. And what's it set at? So, 6. It is still trying to rise. It's still trying to go up, okay. I think I need it to be more than 0.4, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So it's at 6 still. Get me off the ground, please. Alright, I've put the brakes on now, so now we actually can stop it from spinning on the ground, at least a little bit, and I've increased this to 0.55. Hopefully that's enough. I'm sure it will be. So we should be able to get in the sky now. That'd be great. Let's go ahead and just set this to full. There we go. And we can just get ourselves in the sky and fly away like crazy boys. Crazy boys. There we go. Alright, spotlight's on as well. Nice. Don't actually need that. I do... Oh, we are still spinning. Okay. We are still spinning a little bit. Once it all gets up to speed, we'll actually stop spinning and that'll be fine, but... Getting it up to speed is the main issue. Alright. Up in the air, please. Just slightly. Come on. There we go. We're in the air. Nice. What's our RPM right now? So that's... It's currently 8. It might start having issues in a second. Now it's 9. Okay. Now it's 10. And 11. Uh-oh. This is where things are going to get crazy, I think. It's going to start having problems. 14. It's still going up. Why is it still rising? It's still going up. We're going to lose control any second. Alright, landing gear up. Let's do it. Here we go. Landing gear up. Very nice. And now we can fly it wherever we want to fly it. That's actually not too bad. There we go. Oh, yeah. Jet engine's actually working. Beautiful. Alright, not too bad at all. In fact, really not too bad. So what I might do is try and add a way to refuel this thing. It kind of makes sense. So let's go ahead and turn ourselves around. Yeah, I thought this might be a problem. I thought this might be an issue. So the issue we're having is the RPS is too high. Oh god. Oh. Oh great, we're upside down. Wow. That was terrible. That was actually terrible. So we're gonna need a limit on that. We are gonna need a limit. That's fine. So I'm gonna actually set this to 0.5. We'll hope that that fixes things a little bit. And then the other thing I wanted to do was the fuel situation. So currently, the fuel is right here. We're gonna have to go out of the butt. We're gonna have to... Oh, that's annoying. Alright, maybe go out the butt here. That's fine. So what we're gonna need to do is get a hose connector thingamabobby. Here we go. That's gonna go there. And then we're gonna need a fluid connector thingamabobby as well. And that is gonna go here. And then we're just gonna attach these guys together like this. And honestly, that is fine. Yeah. Paint these two little things. Go ahead and shove this guy into here. Make sure the other side's painted as well. And then we need a gas relief on the first one. I might not have enough room for this. Maybe they need to be the other way around. They probably do. Alright, let's just make them the other way around. This will then go here. Alright, so fluid hose connector is the first one. That's going to go there. And then fluid port is going to be the other one. That goes here. And then we're going to need a pipe that goes back over. A gas relief valve that goes here. And then we're going to need to pipe this up to there. Pipe it across here like so. And then into there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So we should be able to actually fill it with fuel now, which is great. That's what we need. I am going to delete this guy. I'm going to add a dial directly onto there as well. Here we go, like this. And that is going to be connected to this. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so, yeah, I mean, this is working. I'm not very good with jets, in case anyone was wondering why I'm not just putting a pid on it. I could just put a pid on it. I don't know why I'm not. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take off again just to make sure it can. But I really want to make, like, essentially a version of this that is pretty much double the size. So that might be what we end up making next. We'll have to wait and see. But let's let this spool up, and then we'll get it in the sky. And hope for the best, I guess. Alright, here we go. Come on. Lift off the ground, please. Lift up. Let's go. Yes, there we go. We're in the sky. It will eventually stop spinning. Probably, maybe. And that'll be great. Currently our speedo isn't working. That's kind of sucky. But that's fine. Landing gear up. Perfect. And that's okay. Yeah. Alright, we gotta wait for it to, like, clear itself up, and then we should be good. What kind of RPM are we getting? 10. It's gonna get to 11, but I do actually think this is fine. I do. Perfect! Alright, nice. What do you guys think of this, then? So, instead of it being an electric vehicle, which can't go very far, we are now in a jet vehicle, which can't go super far, but can definitely go further than the electric one could. Like, this is not too bad. Oh, we're about to have problems, though. We are about to have some problems. Oh boy. But look at it, we are flying. It is actually working. Okay, let's go ahead and try and land on these islands down here. We are going to go ahead and throttle down. Oh boy. It has serious issues, doesn't it? This is bad. It likes to be upside down. Okay, so what I've done to combat the RPS problem is I've changed the gearbox on the top that goes to the main rotor, and I've changed it to 9 to 5 instead of 3 to 2, 1. 3 to 2, 3 to 3, 3 to 4, 3 to 6. 79. Yeah, I've changed it. So now, even if the RPS goes crazy, we should not have a problem. Hopefully. we should not have a problem, hopefully. Okay, right, landing gear up again, let's go. We are out of here. I want to go find somewhere nice to land, so we're just going to fly off in a random direction and hope for the best. Never mind, more of a problem, more problems. I think I need just a PID. Let's put a PID in it. All right, I've got a random PID controller in. Is it going to work? I don't know. I don't know. Let's get in the sky. There we go. It's currently a tsunami coming in. Yeah, this is the thing that's... Oh my goodness. Oh, we hit our tail. We hit our tail. Right, I really need to sort this out. I'm gonna sort it. One sec. Go, go, go! If this is okay, we should have limited the RPS to about 15, which I think this helicopter was okay with, but I'm not entirely sure, so... there's that. What I should have done as well is change the, thingamabobby back. The, whatever these things are called, the gearboxes. But it is what it is. Let's just see if we can get out of here before a tsunami hits me. Right in the face. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We're in the air. And we are out of here. I almost hit the building there, but we're good. We're good. Okay, what kind of RPS are we at now? 14? That's fine. And now we fly away into the sunset and have a lovely time. Excellent. Alright, so we've actually got no problems whatsoever now because our RPS is locked to 15. So, yes, this is actually perfect. Helicopter literally has no issues whatsoever anymore. That's great. That is actually really, really good. So, currently we don't have a speedo. That is the only problem we have. Our fuel situation is actually fine. We'll get a decent distance before we run out. And we have landing gear. We have nav lights, cabin lights. We even have a spotlight. That's it. That's all this thing needs. So let's go ahead and add a speedo to it, and that's actually it. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And there we go. So I think we've done a decent-ish job, I suppose. I've gone ahead and swapped it out for a jet engine instead of a motor, and it works fine. So this helicopter is now sort of done. I also changed this to be 4 blades instead of 3. But yeah, it's done. So I think we did a pretty good job. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. So it's a short video, but yeah, we did what we needed to do. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. I do actually have an idea of something we are going to build next time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.